I am Steve, you're watching Gear Stuff and Things, and today on the channel we are going to talk about this long boy right here, which is the Gretsch G5260 baritone guitar, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm back doing the thing that is probably why most of you are even subscribed to this channel, which is baritone-based videos and content. So, happy to say I'm doing another baritone video. The last video I did on a baritone featured this guy right here, which is a baritone 7-string. And you're probably thinking, why is he showing this guitar if the video is supposed to be about this guitar? And, well, there's a reason. Alright, so as some of you may or may not know, I am in multiple bands. One of those bands is called the White Swan, which is the solo project of Mercedes Lander, who is also the drummer of Kitty. She is the front person and one of the guitar players in the White Swan. She's also my wife, which is how I got the in to be in that band, because, you know, shit just works out sometimes when you're married to people. Either way, in that band, I'm an auxiliary member, so I play guitar and I play synth and keys. Since there were already 2 guitar players in that band when I was added to the band, I came in using a bass 6 as a way to differentiate myself from the 2 guitar players, fill out the sound in a different way, and, you know, just kind of do something a little different that felt new to me and was exciting. While doing that, no matter what I did, it just felt like a bass guitar. I just couldn't gel with it. I tried all kinds of string combinations, and honestly, it's the 3rd time I've owned a bass 6, and I just never gel with them. No matter what I do, they always just feel like a bass, and I have a tendency to want to play them like a bass, which I guess is the idea. However, it just didn't feel natural to me, and so I borrowed an 8-string from someone, and it was a baritone 8-string, and I tuned the lowest 2 notes to E, A, which allowed me to do some of the bass 6 territory stuff, but also have the remaining 6 strings to add for chordal purposes and still feel like a traditional guitar and not so much a bass. Played a couple shows with that guy, super cool. However, the neck was a bit big and unwieldy, and it actually kind of caused my hand to cramp up a bit. So I decided that maybe I'll just switch to 7-string for that project, but tune it like the 8-string. So this is a baritone 7. I set it up as I was using the 8 in that band. So while tinkering with the 7-string tune that way, I also discovered traditional drop E and started writing stuff for my other band in drop E. But I also sing and play guitar in that band, and 7-string just feels a bit much when singing and playing, and I'm sure it's just a mental thing, or I just haven't done it enough to really feel comfortable with it. Enter another baritone and enter the G5260, which is Gretsch's hardtail baritone. It is a 29.75-inch scale baritone. I have it tuned to drop E, but in an effort to make it not feel like a bass 6, I have it strung with the thinner strings except for the lowest one, so it still feels like a guitar, except for that super low E. So the Gretsch features a mahogany body. It is a bolt-on. It has the Laurel fretboard. It also has some perloid block inlays, which are pretty sweet. You don't see block inlays too much on more cost-effective instruments. It came with these Gretsch mini humbuckers, which do sound good. They are incredibly low output, and for me, that's normally the thing I enjoy. This guitar legit has the lowest output pickups I've ever used, so it actually doesn't scratch the itch that I want it to with the pickups. However, it does sound quite good. It just takes a bit more to get it to where I want it, and with a bit of tweaking, you can make it sound great in high gain or rock and metal settings like this. Because it's a baritone and kind of sits somewhere between bass and guitar, you can also get pretty funky with it like this. course, you can do the modern metal thing that a lot of people are using instruments like this for, just like this. And to tie it all together and wrap it up here, I want to say that I think this is probably the most versatile baritone on the market currently, maybe other than the Solar baritone, or maybe the cheap Harley Benton 30-inch deal. But the scale length on this being 29.75 will allow you to cover all of the baritone territory, so you can get away with traditional B to B, A to A, whatever it is, G, drop F, all that stuff, all the way down to bass 6 territory because of the scale. You could easily put a set of bass 6 strings on this, adjust the intonation a bit and the relief, and you would be good to go with bass 6 territory, which is super cool and versatile. Same thing could be said for those other instruments. You could easily get away with playing any genre of music with this instrument. And yeah, that's just really exciting to me. It's a really inspiring instrument. I was not expecting to love it so much. And yeah, as some of you may notice, I have modified it quite a bit already. I've removed the pick guard and removed the tone knob and just put it with a single speed knob here. And yeah, it's just a great instrument. So I hope you enjoyed this weird rambly video about this instrument. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I just kind of wanted to try something a little different, but also introduce a cool instrument. So I'm stoked that you spent the time watching this, if you've made it this far into it. And if you're seeing this and you haven't subscribed yet, of course, please consider subscribing. I'll see you soon. I don't know. It's been me, it's been you. It's Gear Stuff and Things. This is the Gretsch G5260 baritone guitar. Bye.